on the Millia, because I know I remember the Mango lurking in the background, fucking appraising like a fucking anime character. It was like, yes, battle so that you can face me. Last week I played Millia. Okay, because I remember WiseMysticTree shortly after Season 4 started. Dooming about the Millia. But I didn't know if that, because most of what I've heard about Millia is kind of dooming, but I've also heard people doing that. Hi WiseMysticTree, a man of the people, a person of the people. I've also heard a little bit of the opposite of dooming about Millia. I don't know what the consensus there is. There are so many moving parts in Season 4. I know what the consensus about this motherfucker is. I know what the consensus about this goddamn menace is. As far as I'm aware, the consensus about Elphelt in Season 4 is that someone looked at Exert Elphelt and went, "We're supposed to be doing that." I don't know how Yemma and Noelle play so many characters so well. I mean, it's got to be just like a very good basis in the game, right? Like once you get to a certain level of fluency in Guilty Gear Strive, adapting that fluency for different characters, particularly, I mean, not all of the characters that like Emma has picked up have been simple, but I know that like Elphelt is straightforward, right? So if you're particularly proficient in Guilty Gear Strive, adapting that to like do it in an Elphelt way versus in like a Happy Chaos way or whatever is not as difficult as it might seem if you're like at an intermediate level in the game, right? Because if you're intermediate, a lot of your knowledge is in your character. If you're really good at the game, a lot of your knowledge is legitimately in the game itself, right? And then you can, yeah. But yeah, I also played hundreds of hours to be mediocre at Jacko. You play hundreds upon hundreds of more hours, and eventually you'll just be so good at Strive that you can kind of figure out. Also, you got to think, the more you play against characters, you're still gonna get more familiarity with them. So if you've played if you've played a lot against a character, you can go in and be like, okay, how do I do this thing Elphelt, in this case, keep doing to me? And that helps you learn faster as well. You're so fun. People get so filled by the ball and the voice lines. I'm not the Elphelt copy pasta. Anything but the Elphelt copy pasta. I'm looking away from chat now to save like the half a brain cell. I had one brain cell, and half of it just split in half. I have half a brain cell now. You know what it's like to go through life with half a brain cell? You posted the Elphelt copy pasta, of course you know. That's what I paid my ticket for. Alright. I don't put Slayer or Gold Lewis. No, Slayer and Gold Lewis mains don't have no brain cells, just vibes. And it works. It simply works. You just press buttons. They can be random buttons, even. Like Slayer, if you know dynamic mode from Street Fighter 6, you could legit play Slayer on dynamic mode and you would win. Like most of your games, at least online. It would work. No, like no cap. On God. FR. Alright. The mix not quite being real. I think it might have been a delayed air dash, but it looks like we was maybe just a little bit too far away to air dash over. Even Nerf, the Capella's still gonna scoop you out of the air. Alright. No, he was ready. He was ready. He's ready for it. He was waiting for it. Now, I feel like, I mean, Elphelt has so much, she has so many buttons that are large. And legitimately a very, very scary offense now in Season 4. This blocking stuff, like, you never want to be doing it in Guilty Gear, I think, unless you're maybe Potemkin. But particularly against Millia, when you've got, you know, the good buttons, I feel like you don't want to be down backing. Alright, Yemma saying the fresh, hot off the presses Elphelt Valentine's, not it. For a second, I saw the line where we got the dizzy, and I was ready for it. No such luck. No. Instead, you're gonna get A.B.A, and you're gonna fucking like it. Okay, you're not gonna like it. No one's good. we do stay getting the A.B.A though. The immediate jealous rage, just to like survive this bullshit ass neutral. This is what Millia players are trying to convince you is neutral. This is, when are we going to stop letting these pixie mains, these Millia and chip players convince us this counts as neutral gameplay? Like, when did we as a society fall for this ploy? I've never seen a Millia stay on the ground this long. What happened to reverse? Counterpoint. Guppy fish with counterpoint. What the fuck is neutral? Valid. A chip player would just be like, well, I don't even know what this neutral thing is. I alpha played, and like sometimes it works. Round start is advantage. I mean, that is kind of the point of a pixie character, is just round start like, GG, shake my hand. Unless you get counter hit. And then it's once again GG, shake my hand, but for the other person. Alright. No meter to get the hard knockdown though, so WiseMysticTree's gonna have to play quote unquote neutral some more. Yemma is, well, I think she's dead. I was gonna say she's gonna have to fish for the point where she can get a jealous rage, but she's just dead, and a pretty commanding win there from WiseMysticTree. I mean, obviously the Elphelt was raw, so